one of our most requested and probably one of the most famous French dishes ever. This is duck à l'orange.
Duck à l'orange, basically duck breast with an amazing sauce, and it's the sauce we're really going to focus on today. It starts off with all of these vegetables as root vegetables, basically as a mirepoix.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to chop them up very, very roughly, and I'm not even going to peel the carrot or the celery because they're only going into the sauce to add flavour.
We owe quite a lot to the French, don't we, in terms of our language?
And cuisine. I mean, cuisine is a French word.
Because entrepreneur is a French word.
Cul-de-sac. I mean, they're all there.
There's also other things that we refer to as French.
Like?
That I don't know whether in France people refer to them just by the second name. So, French kissing. Is that just kissing?
I guess it's just kissing when you're in France.
French windows.
Yeah, I guess.
French doors.
What about dawn French?
Dawn French. She's just dawn.
Oh, okay. In with our veg into the pan. It should be quite hot. You want a lot of colour coming off of these veg, almost a caramelisation of the natural sugars in the veg. While we're waiting for those to caramelise a bit, let's have a look at our duck breast. So we've got 2 duck breasts here, skin on. Now duck is a very fatty meat, but actually the meat's not too bad. It's just that it has this huge layer of fat on top. So what we do is trim off some of the fat, but we'll leave most of it on because you want it to go nice and crispy, and then just score it. And that's going to help the fat to render down as it cooks.
Okay.
So it goes crispy. And a little bit of salt and pepper on both of those would be awesome. Now when it comes to cooking duck, once you've scored it, which is important to render the fat, the next one is a cold pan. Start the cooking process in a cold pan.
This is how you know it's cold.
This is a visual, they can't see heat.
Right.
This is visual demonstration.
Okay.
The other one is this. Put your face in it. But basically put the duck breast in, skin side down, a dry cold pan.
Yep.
Then start to warm it up to a medium heat, and it will take sort of 4 or 5, maybe 6 minutes before that skin really goes crispy, at which point we'll turn them over and put them into the oven to finish off. The last ingredient we're going to put into our sauce before the liquid is a clove of garlic. I prefer not to put that in too early because garlic burns a bit quicker than everything else. Pinch of salt and pepper, and then in with the liquid. So first up, a little bit of red wine vinegar.
Okay.
Along with sugar, so you get that glaze on the sauce. And then in with lots of liquid in the form of chicken stock.
Yep.
So although it's a duck dish, we're going with chicken stock, it's less fatty.
Okay.
And orange juice, that's the orange part of duck à l'orange. At this point we can turn our duck over, look at that, that's the golden coloured skin that you want. And then place the whole pan into the oven. The oven's about 200 degrees Celsius. Duck breast that side, 6 or 8 minutes. Okay. And then leave it to rest for 2 or 3. We're going to let our sauce come to a boil and then bubble away for about 15 minutes or so while we cook potatoes and beans to go with it. Now the thing with dishes like this is it all kind of comes together at the same time. So there's lots to do in the last few moments. Our duck has come out of the oven and needs a couple of minutes to rest on a warm plate. I'm going to make pomme mousseline, or a version of it. So pomme mousseline, normally very, very creamy, fluffy mashed potato, where you bake potatoes, then scoop them out of their skin, sieve them, so they're super light and fluffy, and then fold in whipped cream. Okay. We're doing the last bit, but not the first bit. So we've just boiled potatoes, salted water. I'm adding in a knob of butter to mash. And Jamie, if you can whip the cream, we'll fold that into our mashed potato last moment. So really creamy mash, a bit of salt and pepper. As soon as you're happy, your mashed potato is almost lump-free. We're going to go in with a generous amount of our softly whipped double cream and fold that in. This is super luxurious, very special.
It really is.
Kind of fine dining. Sorted doesn't normally do fine dining. No. But this is about as close as it will be. So here we go, ready to serve. Yep. A dollop of our mashed potato. Green beans into, or haricot vert, French beans, into some water just to cook for a couple of minutes. And this is our orange sauce, which we have reduced down, passed through a sieve to get rid of the lumps. And finally our duck breast. Now for this, I think carve it, but quite chunky pieces, so maybe just 5, so you can still see the crispy skin on top. Yeah. Arrange that on the plate. Grab our beans from the water, and then for our gorgeous orange sauce, that should be glossy, nicely reduced. And that is something to behold. A beautiful dish of duck à l'orange. Sorted. Dig in.
Yes. Should we go for the mash first?
You're going to try the mash first?
Oh, yes.
In my opinion, duck should always be pretty sort of medium in the middle, a little bit pink.
Make sure you upload your pictures of your duck à l'orange. We'd love to see them. Or if you would do something completely different with duck, send us those pictures as well. We'd love to see how you can inspire us.